High school regret. I'm 18 years old and I just graduated from high school. For the first 3 years, I went to a difficult college prep school despite having ADD. Regardless of my below average grades, I still enjoyed being surrounded by smart kids who cared less about stupid social hierarchy and drama and more about being chill and having fun. However, in junior year, my situation came to a head and I had to go back to my boundary school because of my grades. I was pretty sad, but I knew it would be best for my future college prospects, or at least what remained of them, since there was also the fact that my closest group of friends, most of whom I have known since first grade, went there. They are like my brothers, so I was excited to finally have classes and hang out with them again. Well, of course, I arrive first semester, and it's a worst-case scenario. Not a single class with anyone I knew, and all my friends were in different cliques, each of them equally terrible in their own way. I pretty much became a loner all senior year up until quarantine, and it took a huge toll on my mental. A few weeks after quarantine started to hit me. I had finished high school, never having gone to a party, never having smoked or gotten drunk, never having had a girlfriend, and never even having been on a date. Remorse set in pretty quickly. The funny thing is that I never even really cared about those things, and suddenly I felt regret. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it, even though I have an amazingly rewarding job as a prep cook in a BBQ restaurant where I'm respected by my boss and all my coworkers. I even just landed a second job in IT to work during my gap year. I just can't shake the feeling that I'm going to become an adult and regret never having those experiences for the rest of my life. Should I force myself to have high school experiences this summer, or am I not even going to care in 3 years? Is getting into a relationship at my age even worth it, or should I just keep focusing on myself like I have been? It's not going to matter in 6 years what you did. You should wait till you're 26, though, and then go have high school experiences. Hang around in the parking lot and drink Four Loko.
Yeah, you should just exist for, do all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get the mic closer.
No. No, I want it really far away.
I'm sorry. I said that sort of cunty, but I needed to drag on this.
No, I need it. My brain's like hyper-attuned to Mercedes.
I need this right now.
You're speaking Mercedes for 5 seconds. In the highest, dude.
What do you think about this kid's problem?
I can't believe a kid wrote a paragraph of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to shame a poor bastard for not knowing what he's doing. I want to know where he's from.
Mm-hmm.
I'd guess Midwest, but you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to put the kid together as much, but Jesus Christ!
I mean, it could happen anyway. That's what my high school was like.
Our shit's funny. How the is this kid's? This is such a humble story.
Because they sit in front of
We're trash, man.
They sit in front of the computer all day, though. They all do.
We're like animals, though.
Mm.
Like our shit is like hard shit. Well, this is not.
I don't know.
I feel like it's like full garbage dump, and this kid's like writing a wholesome like.
Yeah.
And then September.
He's wiping his nose.
He's a sweetie pie.
There's a banjo playing in the back.
Yeah, and then my dad said, "Holy Ghost." I don't know.
Holy ghosts.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, I didn't have a exciting high school. I didn't go to party. I went to maybe like 2 parties.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't smoke. I didn't. What else did he have? Never having had a girlfriend or been on a date. I mean, I didn't do that until like senior year. You're not gonna remember these. It's not gonna be an issue years from now. Listen, ultimately, you're like sort of on your own as a man. And like the thing about high school is you think you have a support system. You think you have people who like really care about you and have your back, which is I'm not being like nihilistic or cynical here and saying that nobody cares about you. It's just that those people, they all have their own lives. They're going to go their own ways. You're not going to be 30 hanging out with your high school buddies like you ever see Stipe Miocic's Instagram?
Yeah.
He's always hanging out with his friends, like fishing and golfing and stuff.
Yeah.
Looks mad fun.
Being lame.
That's
being sweet.
That's not what regular people do. You're gonna be. Listen, you're gonna have your own life, your own shit. For every man, your quest is like your own thing, and you'll be lucky to have like 3 good friends. You know what I'm saying? Or 3 people who give a shit about your deal.
Well, he's gonna be pretty alone writing a letter to
it's probably lonely,
a show like ours.
Yeah.
I mean, you're all the way in, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
I've noted people in Genuine that really stay back and stay out of the public spotlight. That don't say they don't like they're literally like I'm jealous of it. People who stay so under the radar, like they barely pop up. They're like gophers.
Mm-hmm.
That's a gopher.
Mm-hmm.
Like
we got a gopher here.
Yeah. Like you stay totally on the radar. No one sees you.
There are phases. I think it's actually a bad thing to peak in. I mean, it's obviously a bad thing to peak in high school. Like high school is like the pinnacle of your shit. Like you were the man in high school or whatever. The reason why that is because everybody has phases in their lives that are phases of like cold, bleak solitude. And it can't be helped. You know, if it could be helped, you would get out of these phases. But there's going to be times where you're going to be like, you know, eating dinner alone, or just doing something like very like, oh man, this is crazy. Like
this is life.
Going to D'Angelo's and eating a sandwich in your car.
Yep,
that type of shit. Like real like
going to a wedding and you're an attendee, and that's it. And everybody kind of like all the parties fizzle out without you, and you go home and you get in your car after that. Like you're the single guy.
Like if these were
didn't that night.
If these were scenes in the movie of your life, you would want to edit them out. No one
wants to talk about these parts.
You wouldn't want to replay these. There's phases like that where those roll on into years. Like you can get years of that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, tons of it.
Maybe that's not what this guy's going through. But my point is like anytime you got some situation like this, I think you have to. It's like if you're in hell, if you're going somewhere and you end up in hell, you keep going. Like you don't stay in hell. You have to kind of double down on your investment in yourself, and you're like figuring out what you want.
They're down.
Stay there.
They're down.
You're done.
My good buddy, I'll never find this. I love him to death. I moved two of my best friends when I bought in a multifamily. Then I moved my two boys in. Some dudes just stay renting and stay smoking weed. That's just not their animal. It's a no dad thing or a mom thing. I think his mom was a mom.
Is he married?
No, he's single as a Pringle.
How old is he?
My age, 36.
Oh man.
Built, goes to the gym, plays semi-pro softball. He's like, I love this kid. I love this kid to death. But he plays smacks softballs for $2,500 a year. A year.
That's crazy.
Right. Travel, drive, go.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Wear a jersey, wear a turquoise helmet.
Oh, my God.
The whole thing. This is my friend. I like him because when we were friends, we got in almost a fist fight where he tried to stiff me on rent. And I was like, you're selling weed, you're not paying me money, it's $350 a month, you're me over as hard as you get. We get to this verbal argument. We're boys. How do you not? And I go, why don't you buy your own house and then rent it out and see how you live? Why don't you do what I do? He did. He bought one for $160 in like 2011. Now it's worth like $330. And he like thanks me to this day.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, you asshole. I was like, well, imagine me living on your couch and then you charge me $325 being a divorcee because I cheated on my wife and I want to live in your couch, smoke every day and play video games. And then I don't pay you the $325. I don't pay it that month. I'm just like, nah, it's like brutal.
Next month, dude.
And that's what he was doing to me. And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, I'm giving it to you. Like, get out of here. I got furniture. Like, I brought all the living room, the dining room. I got everything. Fridge. It was brutal. Now he knows.
But he thanks you.
He does. He knows what's up.
That's cool.
He's not cool enough to thank me. And I don't want a thanks. I just want to be like this. That's how life is, dude. It sucks. Rental properties blow. Renting to friends is a nightmare.